Hello and welcome to Saras's classes. Today we are going to solve some of the questions from reasoning ability. Reasoning is one of the most important portion in any competitive examination, and to solve such questions you need to study hard about this topic because it has the most conceptual complexity in it, and it is slightly tougher than the other portions of any competitive examinations. Okay, so let's start with the question. In this question, symbols like at the rate, hashtag, dollar, star, percentage are used with different meaning as follows. Here A at the rate B means A is not smaller than B. A hashtag B means A is neither smaller than nor equal to B. A dollar B means A is neither greater than nor smaller than B, and A star B means A is not greater than B. A percentage B means A is neither greater than nor equal to B. In each of the following questions, assuming the given statements to be true, find out which of the two conclusions 1 and 2 given below them is or are definitely true. So let's start with the first one. That is, here the statement is n at the rate w. N at the rate w, this implies that n is greater than equals to w. Secondly, w hashtag age, this implies w is strictly greater than age. Then age percentage t, that means age is strictly less than t, and therefore we can conclude that n is greater than equals to w, greater than age, less than t. Now let's check the first conclusion. Conclusions number 1. Okay, here we are given that we have to find that age percentage n is true or not. Age percentage n, this implies age is strictly less than n, and which is true from this equation 1. Okay, for this equation inequality 1. Therefore the conclusion 1 is true. Now let's check the next conclusion. T hashtag w. T hashtag w means T is strictly greater than w, but as we can see from the inequality 1 that T is greater than w is a false. Okay, so only conclusion 1 is true. Therefore from the given options we can say that conclusion 1 is true, that is option 1. Okay, now let's check the next question. The statement says that if hashtag r implies that f is strictly greater than r. Now age percentage r, This implies H is strictly less than R. Then L star H. This implies L is less than equals to H. Therefore, we can conclude that F is greater than R, greater than H, and greater than equals to L. Now, conclusion 1. Conclusion 1 is if hashtag L. This implies that F is strictly greater than L, and which is true from this inequality. Now the next one is R at the rate L. This implies R is greater than equals to L. Now from this inequality we can say that it is false. Therefore here also only conclusion 1 is true. Now let's check the next statement. The next statement says that J at the rate K, which implies J is greater than equals to K. K percentage M, this implies K is strictly less than M. M hashtag T, this implies M is strictly greater than T. Therefore we can conclude that J is greater than equals to K, less than M, greater than T. Okay. Now let's check the first conclusion. The first conclusion is K percentage T. This implies K is strictly less than T, which is a false statement. Now the next conclusion is K at the rate T. That means K is greater than equals to T, which is also a false statement. Therefore, from the given option, we can say that if neither conclusion 1 or 2 is true, therefore 4 is the correct one. Let's check the next question. Here the given statement says that V star W. This implies V is less than equals to W. W dollar H. This implies W is equals to H. H at the rate I. This implies H is greater than equals to I. Hence, we can conclude that V is less than equals to W equals to H greater than equals to I. Okay. Now let's check the conclusions. The conclusion 1 is V star I, which implies that V is less than equals to I. And the conclusion 2 is I star W, which implies I is less than equals to W. And from this inequality, we can say that the first conclusion is false and the second conclusion is true. Hence, only 2 is true, therefore, it must be the second option if only conclusion 2 is true. Okay. Now let's check the last one. L star P, P percentage D, V hashtag D. L star P, this implies L is less than equals to P. P percentage V, this implies P is strictly less than V. V hashtag D, this implies V is strictly greater than D. Therefore, we can say that L is less than equals to P less than V greater than D. Okay. Now let's check the conclusions. The conclusion 1 is L star V, which is equals to L is less than equals to V. And the second one is L dollar D, which implies L is equals to D. Hence we can say that both the conclusions are false. Okay. Hence option 4 is true, that is if neither conclusion 1 or 2 is true. Okay. So we have solved the questions, and that's all for today. If you want to know more about reasoning, then you can drop a message or in WhatsApp in these numbers, that is 9836793076 or 9874822756, or you just can check our website for further details, that is www.saurashclasses.com. Thank you very much.